pathetic fool. Thank you.
How's it going, internet? Me, Muffin Bandit. And today we're going to be talking about the new exotic ornaments that we got in the Eververse store this season. So, as always, buckle up, grab a snack, maybe a drink, leave a like so that way you make the seal of approval very happy, subscribe or I'll break your freaking knees. And don't forget to give that notification bell a big ol' hug. And as always, there will be a link down below to my Discord if you guys want any fashion advice, or if you want to participate in the next video that we're going to have, because next video, it will be what you guys have been asking for a while now. We're going to do some Beyond Light fashion. Of course, I still have a bunch of armor sets to review, but I think it's finally time that we do that fashion show for you guys. That way you guys can start seeing what people are doing with all of the new armors. So if you think you've got what it takes to be on one of my videos, you're going to go down to the link below, join my Discord server, follow whatever's happening on screen right now, and submit your guardian to me. You only have a couple of days to submit your guardian, so as soon as this video comes out, guys, go down to the Discord link and submit your guardian now. And with all of that out of the way, let's get to the video. So we're actually going to start with my favorite exotic, and that's going to be the Synthoceps. This is going to be the photodrolic actuators. So right off the bat, they are the same shape as the traditional Synthoceps, but these don't have the glow that the original Synthoceps have. So usually with Synthoceps, whenever you're surrounded by enemies, you get a little glow that happens around the little veiny parts, and that kind of tells you both that you're surrounded, and it glows according to the color of the super that you're using. This exotic ornament kind of removes that. This is just plain Jane armor set, no glowy bits. So for those of you that don't like glowy armor, this is a good exotic to get. And I can kind of show you a spoiler here because I did buy them. So I can kind of go through and look at all the shaders that we have. And immediately what you're going to see is that the copper part of this set, like the little copper tubes down here and the copper bits up here, do not shade. So no matter what you do, those will not shade. Another thing that won't shade is going to be these orange straps that attach like the different pieces of the armor set to your actual arms, or to the actual like cloth part of the armor set. So that will also not shade, and that will not go away. So let's go to original Synthoceps for a second. The original shape of it is left intact whenever you switch to the ornament. But if you can see here towards the top of the shoulder part, the original set kind of goes in towards you a lot more. So the way original Synthoceps look is going to be a lot more catered towards armor sets that are way thinner. And the new ornament kind of throws them out. So it's a little bit more, upward, I guess I could say. But they still keep the same shape of the arms here. So should you buy this ornament, and is it better than the original Synthoceps? Original Synthoceps, like plain Jane, no shader, is disgusting, honestly. But when you do throw shaders onto original Synthoceps, it starts to look a lot better. And you can honestly make a lot of cool things with it once you start putting shaders onto original Synthoceps. Who is this ornament for? This is for the type of person that likes Synthoceps, likes using Synthoceps, but does not like armor glow. And I know that there is a small handful of you, but I see you in the comments section every single time I have glow on my armor set. You use those throwing up emojis. So that's who this is made for. Or if you want something a little bit classier, this has some leather, some nice little tubes here, and it's not so loud. Like, this ornament lets Synthoceps take a back seat, and it doesn't let it really be the centerpiece of your armor, which Synthoceps always tend to be. So should you buy it? I'm gonna leave that one up to you, because I will be very biased towards this, because I love Synthoceps. I use them every single day. I could not take these off. Alright, let's see if I can say this right. We're gonna be moving on to the Bellinus boosters. That kind of sounds good. And these are ornaments for the lion ramparts. So, right off the bat, I can immediately tell that this kind of goes with a previous ornament that we got last season, which was the Arctis engine, and that was the ornament for the Hollowfire heart. And that's where Bungie got the inspiration from for these legs, because they're basically part of the same set. If only you can wear the Arctis engine with the Bellinus boosters, because oh my god, that'd be such a good pairing, considering that they look like part of the same set. So I don't actually own this ornament, but according to the Arctis engine, the little red parts that you're seeing around here, those are probably not going to be shaderable. But they're small and shouldn't be too much of a problem. One thing that you can immediately see right here in the little corner near the calves, you see how that red kind of disappears? So what that is that's backward facing polygons. So it looks like they just got this little texture backwards. So it should be like transparent on the other side, because no one really looks at this part of the little tassel right there, and people look at this side the most. So that kind of saves you from using any extra polygons there, and the game runs smoother. But it looks like they kind of reversed that by accident, so I'm sure Bungie will fix that a lot later, but that is definitely a downside. But that red tassel is supposed to be the same thing that's on the Arctis engine, I'm assuming, that says like pull before flight or something like that. So for this armor set, you're really gonna have to play into the whole like jet engine vibe. So this is definitely one of those armor pieces where if you're gonna make a fashion build around this, this will be the centerpiece, because this ornament is loud and it demands attention. And you're gonna have to make a chonker of a freaking Titan to be able to handle this freaking look. It's like a Megatron kind of transformer look. Like, you better look kind of evil, you better look like a freaking Gundam, and you better look freaking chunky and ready to freaking fly. I hope Bungie keeps making ornaments with this kind of theme for different exotics, even though we can't wear them at the same time. I am really enjoying this theme, Bungie. So, is this better than the original Lion Ramparts? I would say yeah. I'm not too big of a fan of OG Lion Ramparts. The default colors are a little bit random, and they are pretty good, chunky looking legs, and I have seen a lot of people make some good things with them. But with this ornament set, this just takes it to the next freaking level. And kind of a side note, I really like the Titan logo on these. It looks so good. But this whole entire ornament, it's just very, very Titan. And Bungie, I'm into this. Make more armor sets that look like this. Okay, up next we have the R3 treads for the Stompies. Or are they called Retreads? Retreads is a good name. Usually the 3 is an E in Stompy's language, if that makes sense. But I can immediately tell that these are very baggy and wrinkly. And if you heard me talking about the Izanagi set last video, I'm not a big fan of the whole wrinkly look. Like, I like my stuff smooth, sleek, and this is just kind of like, I don't know, it makes me want to take like a giant iron and just start ironing the hell out of these things. But I know a lot of you were talking in the comments and you guys were saying that you really do like the baggy look. So this is for you. And it definitely also gives me like the moon astronaut type of vibe to it. So I can almost bet that people are going to make some sets with this and the Dreambane armor set, because you can be like a cool little astronaut just kind of going about the moon. So what I would recommend to you, audience, is go to the moon, grab yourself a pair of Dreambane armor pieces, grab this ornament, and take some pictures in the moon, and then send them to me. Discord link down below. As far as unshaderable parts, again, I don't own these, but that red looks pretty unshaderable. And then maybe the silver going around here to the ankle and all the way up to the knee area. But please, if I'm wrong about these unshaderable areas, please let me know in the comments down below, so that way I can pin your comments and that way other people can know ahead of time, because I am not rich. I cannot buy every single ornament for every single class. This is me just making an educated guess based on how many ornaments I've seen throughout the years. So I've already told you my thoughts on what armor sets probably go with this, but yeah, like clothy armor sets, definitely the Dreambane sets. anything with wrinkles or anything that's like baggy. So is it better than standard Stompies? Well, let me show you. Stompies are an amazing and beautiful exotic armor piece. Like the way these things take shaders, they're smooth right here, this little pattern right here, the metal braces. Stompies are one of the best looking exotics in the game, so that's really hard to beat. So would I recommend you buying the Stompies ornament? Not really, unless you really like the baggy look. Stompies is just, it's too good. Like nothing can beat OG Stompies look. I know there are other ornaments for Stompies, but OG Stompies just has a special place in my heart. And I'm also a big fan of like armor plated looks, so I like as much armor on my Guardians as possible, and Stompies really helps for that. The other ornament does not. Now here is the knuckle-headed radar ornament called 9 Days/Nights. I can immediately tell you right off the bat, this is way better looking than knuckle-headed radar. Like, I might actually buy this helmet. I don't play on my other Guardians a lot. I know you guys are probably tired of me saying that. Actually, I kind of started playing on my Warlock just a tad bit more, but if I did, I would absolutely buy this for my Hunter, because holy crap, this looks amazing. I should just play on my Hunter so I can use this. For those of you that are able to buy this and are not buying this, why? Why don't you like this type of look? I'm actually pretty curious. But whenever you're looking at this looks like Anthem. Like, this is straight up ripped off of Anthem. And this is giving me Warframe vibes for sure. And I think the main reason that it looks like Anthem is that it looks like a pilot's helmet. Like, I can see someone wearing this while they're like on a fighter jet or something. And even the little holographic projection that the helmet gives out kind of like goes with that whole vibe. Like, look at the little tracking thing right here. And it even has like the, let me see if I can get this right, altitude meter. I think that's what that is. As for parts that are probably unshaderable, I'm gonna guess these yellows right here. Again, let me know if I'm wrong, so that way other people know. But the yellow definitely stands out for me, and I bet those parts are not going to be shaderable, and maybe this little copper wire part right here also. Also, something I'm interested in you guys telling me is if this hologram changes colors. Of course, this might go with a lot more like armor plated looks. If you guys want to create any like Anthem ripoffs in Destiny, I would definitely recommend this helmet. I know I had a video a while back now where I showed off a Warlock that kind of looked like a Javelin. I'll pop up the video right here, and that gave me some serious Anthem vibes for sure, because that's what they were going for. And for those people that really do like that whole aesthetic, I would definitely buy this. The weird thing though, now that I think about it, is that I bet this will also go with cloth looks as well. Because if you think about like fighter pilots, here I'll pop up a picture right here while I'm talking about this. They were like really baggy clothing. So I bet this will look really good with baggy clothing. Like maybe give it like a nice like military green look. And I bet you can get really close to a fighter pilot. So make sure you click on the link to go to my Discord and show me if you do decide to make any fighter pilot looks. Oh, and is it better than original knuckle-headed radar? Of course it is. Okay, now we're going to move on to my Warlock, and this is going to be an ornament for the Lunafaction boots, which I know a lot of Warlocks use, so I can probably tell you right off the bat that you guys are going to want this ornament. This is called Lace Striders, and what I'm going to kind of guess, because again, I don't really have this ornament, and I need you guys to tell me whether I'm right or wrong, is I don't think this gold is going to be shaderable. Maybe this little cloth part right here, but all of these little metal joints right here, I don't foresee this being shaderable, but you guys let me know. And maybe also the feathers? Is that going to stay black? I can't really tell. Most of the time whenever we get feathers on armor sets, it doesn't really change colors. So I don't foresee that changing colors. It's probably only going to be like this red color and then maybe these little like tiny knee pads that we have here. I would only really wear these legs with robes that have a nice like giant opening like the raid robes do, so that way you can show off this amazing little pattern right here, the cool feathers around the waist, and the dope little golden pieces that we have here. And it's honestly really freaking great. I'm not too big of a fan of Luna faction boots, so anything that you can do to improve on them, I'm okay with. So, would I buy this if I was a Warlock main? Absolutely. I mean, listen, as a Titan main myself, we constantly tell you Warlocks to bring Luna faction boots, so why not change it up a little bit? I mean, this is like one of the most used exotics that you guys have, so might as well look good while playing good. That sounded really cheesy. And now we're going to go ahead and end this with the Ophidian aspect ornament called Coaxial Bonds. So right away, it's just a bunch of wires wrapped around you, and I am digging it. Like, I saw these and I was like really into them immediately. As far as the parts that are probably going to be unshaderable, I'm going to guess definitely these little wires at the end here, which makes sense. And this yellow seems pretty freaking dominant. One thing I really like that they started doing in Beyond Light, actually no, they did not start doing this in Beyond Light, but I'm noticing it a lot more in Beyond Light, is that they're starting to add on to the base gloves of the armor sets. Because if you haven't noticed this before, every single Guardian has the exact same base gloves right here. And I don't know why. We can't just change that as well. It might be something to do with the animations. But if you can kind of see here, whenever my Warlock kind of moves her hands, these things kind of stay in place. So they're actually not part of the main gloves. The gloves are moving independently. And if we were just to take this asset and kind of like rip it out of the game, you will see that it's this whole entire little forearm area, and these wires are going to be floating, and that's how they're achieving that. That's why sometimes you're seeing some clipping going through here, and I'm actually going to pop up an image of one of the Titan gauntlets, which I think are the raid ones. I'm sure I'll put a correction here on the screen if I'm wrong, but they added on some like metal bars on the like knuckled area. And that's the same thing. They added onto the base gloves, which looks really good, but they're actually not adding onto the gloves. It's just like a floating part that kind of just looks like it's attached, which is just interesting. Sorry, I went on a little rant there, but I do very much enjoy this little Rasputin effect that's going on here. At first I thought it was Siva, but then you kind of look around and it's got that whole like Rasputin like network kind of pattern going on there. So, would I buy these if I was a Warlock main? I think I would. Ophidian Aspect seems to be coming up in conversations a lot, so I'm assuming you guys use this a lot. Does it look better than the original Ophidian Aspects? I think that's going to be very dependent on who you ask, because Ophidian Aspects are a good pair of freaking gauntlets, and I've seen a lot of amazing looks with them. But that's not saying that these aren't good looking as well. I would buy them. But as far as looks wise, they're pretty much on par with original Ophidian Aspects. They're both good looking. I will definitely let the comments decide. Would you guys buy these? And I'm talking to you Warlock mains. Alright, so that's gonna be it for me today, guys, but I did want to remind you that next video is going to be a fashion showcase video with all of your Guardians in it, so don't forget to go down to that link below and join my Discord server. That way you can submit some Guardians to me so they can be in the next video. And as a special reward, whoever ends up winning the seal of approval next video, you will win 3 months of Xbox Game Pass. So there you have it, a little bit of incentive so that way you can make the best look of all time for next video. But in the meantime, let me tell you a little secret. If you hit that like button to make that seal of approval happy, it gives you a way higher chance of winning the seal of approval for my fashion videos. So remember to hit that like button, guys, before you leave. Also, since you're already down there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and visit that notification bell and give it a big ol' high five on your way out. I will see you guys next week, but in the meantime, stay beautiful.